Hey, it's another episode of AmaSays. I'm Ama Upload, and I'm excited to share the conversation I'm about to have with my good friend Pam Pam. Hey Pam, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so Pam and I have something in common. We both love white wine. This is one of the many other things we have in common. Let me serve you whilst we do some cocoa. Anyway, you like where we're shooting? We are at Launcher. This is the Launcher showroom. They design beautiful kitchens, your doors, wardrobes. I mean, anything you need to make your house pop and be a home, they will do it for you. Oh, sorry, I forgot to serve you.
You did.
Pam, what is an entanglement?
An entanglement.
Yes.
An entanglement is something. An entanglement is like this.
Hey, this is definition with a diagram. It's what?
An entanglement. When you talk about an entanglement, I think about the month of August.
Oh, what about it? That's my month. I love everything about the month of August.
Okay.
Like it's August is my birthday. It's a beautiful name. It means something important.
It means a lot of things.
And
But
until
for
recently,
me-
it had a new meaning again, like entanglement.
August is the
Anyway,
month of
cheers on that.
entanglement.
Cheers on entanglement-free associations.
Entanglement-free August.
Yes, because we don't want to have to explain ourselves later. Oh, this wine is nice. Try it. Oh, the apple.
Yeah.
This is good. Anyway, over the weekend, I mean from last week down to the weekend, almost everyone has been talking about JADA and Will Smith. These two people, I think for a long time, have been one of the most powerful and beautiful love stories to come from the Black community. When you talk about Black love, power couple, they were there, like you put them there, 25 years together. Yo, that's no joke. I mean, some of us, our Kwani love story, grandpa didn't get anywhere. Hey, and especially to be rich, influential, international celebrities, award-winning actors, and then this is what puts you out there. For a long time, I think this couple and their family has been guarded. They've been winning so much in the financial front, in the career front, and in the family front.
Yeah.
And then suddenly,
Like,
boom. It was seemingly now. And then suddenly, boom. This is what we're dealing with. What do you think is going on?
Honestly, I have just been seeing the whole entanglement and things on the internet. And this morning I decided to just take some time and I mean ask someone what exactly is.
So do you need me to fill you in?
You can, sure. I mean, I know you have all the legit.
Okay,
gist,
so here's what happened. So there's a gentleman called Will Smith. One time he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Then he met this beautiful lady called JADA. And then they came together and they decided to get married. And they've been that power couple, Black love symbol and all. Everybody loved and respected them. They have two amazing children, JADA and Willow, also doing well. And then suddenly their children were considered weird by some people because of the choices they were making, because the choices and their lifestyle were not seemingly Black enough. Then Mrs. JADA Smith decided, you know what, my name is JADA Pinkett Smith and I want to have a show on Facebook watch called Red Table Talk,
Yeah, I think I've-
where they talk about their lives. They brought their family to the table and they discussed it. My opinion on that, I'll tell you later, but let me give you a hint. I think it's just another reality TV. So when they started that, everybody, suddenly gets to know better what their family is about. they shared their struggles in marriage. I think for most part, they've been seemingly transparent when they're sharing their weaknesses. Suddenly, people could relate to them more and say, oh, wow. I mean, they're just like us after all. Look at when Willow shared her experience with depression and how she used to cut herself. And everybody was like, oh, even Willow, like your parents are Jada and Smith, and you're Willow Smith. You're doing something, your brother is Jaden. Like, what could make you want to cut yourself? So when she shares that, people could relate. And then they also talked about their marriage. Jada talked about how at one point in time, she cried every single day for about 45 days every day, because she was very sad and didn't like what was going on, and how they've gone through struggles and they thought they were going to get divorced, and then they're still together. Then they made a pact that, look, we would never get a divorce. They've agreed they would never get a divorce. At most, they would stay together, separated privately, and then they would all do their own thing. But divorce part there, lie to fiakwa. It's not their portion. They won't do it. So that was the deal. And well, it looked like it was going well. To be fair, a few years ago, I did read about rumors concerning the two of them having an open marriage. Something that has been refuted and then not challenged by them. Like, it's like then it looked like people had moved on. And then when this Red Table Talk came up, a gentleman called, I guess, Entanglement Alcina.
Yes.
Entanglement Alcina came on the show and talked about dealing with drug abuse and his past life, and I mean his childhood traumas and molestation and other things he's had. I mean, technically this guy had some few mental health issues, and how helpful Jada and her family had been, especially Jada. He talked about one of the things that made him feel the need to stop abusing drugs and stop endangering his life was when Jada called him on the phone and cried and said, why are you doing this to yourself? Why I need you to stop? I really need you to stop.
Wait a minute.
So
before you go on, is she like a therapist or something?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, she's an actress, a producer. She's Will Smith's wife. She's Jada Pinkett. I mean, she's achieved enough for herself as well. And then so I don't know about therapists. I don't think he is. So he's a helpful person. I mean, from the little I've seen on TV concerning drug addicts and addicts recovering, you know, they always have a sponsor. I don't know if he was that or what. But she also shared her own weaknesses as one time being a sex addict. Okay. You know, and she's also had some troubles from childhood and all. Yeah. So she was coming from a place that I believe she felt she could relate to his demons better. Okay. And so offered to help. Yeah. And so last year when I guess Alcina was on the Red Table Talk, he made mention of how helpful Jada was and all that. And it was a beautiful day. Everybody was like, oh, ooh. Yes, Jada, you've done amazing work. And everybody praised her and thought that, I guess, was fine. Now, in a few years, about a year or two ago, it was also in the news when people were speculating that the two of them had a thing. And it was kind of denied. So we sort of moved on from that. Then, though at that time, I guess shared a message on his Instagram during Jada's birthday. Damn, I wish I could find this and read it. It was the message to Jada on her birthday. When I read the message, I asked myself, what else can Will Smith add to this?
Because he said everything.
He said everything. I'm like, if somebody else says this about your wife on her birthday, aren't you going to feel
left behind?
Emasculated. You will wonder, what is left for me to prove that I am the man of the house and I am the man of this household and I'm your husband, your life partner, father of your children?
To prove it. Maybe not.
Well, in this sense, I think you will feel the need to, because another man just wrote the most beautiful, piece about your wife on her birthday. Like, how do you top that? you're both rich, so it's not, you cannot just use gift to top that. Now, he wrote that too, and we let that pass. They've had photos, and you would think, oh, they're just friends and all. Until recently, when I guess Entanglement, our singer, decided to granted an interview to Angela Yee of the Breakfast Club and Lip Service, and told him that, and that's what he said. He had a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, and that he was in love.
Okay.
I think he said it lasted, what, 4 years? And he said...
The relationship lasted for 4 years.
Yeah, I think so, 4 years. And he said, because they've known each other for that long too. So, and he said, Jada was... what he said was that he could die right now and be okay with it because he's been loved in a certain way. He's felt love in a certain way. Like, that's so powerful. For a young man, a millennial, in a time where millennials are so, have commitment phobia. For a young man, 27 by the way, and I think Jada is like, 49, 48, 49. For a millennial to say that about such an older woman, somebody's wife, let's add that. I felt, wow, what did this lady show this guy? And she's had some history with the late Tupac, where I've read some quotes. I cannot prove it because I don't know where Tupac said that. Some people are saying that Tupac once said that Jada makes him climax without sex.
Okay.
And I was like, how did you do that? I want to learn that.
Right.
And then now you have Will Smith. Will Smith, actually listened to Will Smith on the Breakfast Club interview when he stated the relationship between him, Tupac and Jada, where, there was like something because of the relationship. They were best friends. They loved each other as friends. And then he came into the picture and there was this friction between him and Tupac because he always had to, and I understood that. And I understand that kind of feeling because I think I've put two men in that position before when one was my friend and the other wanted to be more than a friend, and then he felt the other person was not smiling. Yeah. So now that is like the genesis exodus of the situation. Now, wrapping up. Now, when August came out and confirmed that indeed what you people were talking about in the past, like the rumors we had, you were right. We did it.
Oh, so
and August says he got blessings. He sought the blessings of Will Smith and he was granted. As in, Will Smith said, go ahead, finish my wife, do it.
Now this is serious.
And when he came out with that, there was a statement from the camp of the Smith. Something they are now saying they did not ask to be done. The statement denied what I guess said. Then Jada went on, was it Twitter? Yeah, and said she's bringing herself to the red table. That's her show on Facebook Watch. Okay, yeah. So on Friday, they posted it. They posted it, was it Friday or Saturday? They posted it recently, like just a few hours ago. They posted this on their Facebook Watch show. It was between Will Smith and Jada.
Okay.
And they talked about it. Okay. Now, Jada agreed that something went on between them. And she stated it as coming from the point of her own childhood trauma and the fact that she's had the tendency of wanting to help people. So that's where the angle she took it from. So, I say I go do more. But say me, they like help people. So in the process of helping somebody, and at the time, she made mention, at the time all that went on, Jada and Will were separated.
Okay.
They were living together. So they were separated. And then even Will Smith also confirmed they were done. Like they were supposed to be like, that's like divorce level done. But they just didn't sign or file any divorce. They were just living in the same house, but they were separated.
Okay, so everybody had their own.
Yeah. But it looks like both of them are saying there was no giving of blessings towards this.
Okay.
And besides, Jada also said she doesn't need Will's blessings to give her body out. I mean, she's got agency over her body. She can decide that I want to give my body to somebody and who not to give it to. So it wasn't about that.
Okay.
So, and when Jada had to describe what went on between them, she called it entanglement. So that is where the word entanglement is coming from. I mean, as in the reason for entanglement trending all week is because of Jada Pinkett Smith.
So she called, I guess, an entanglement.
An entanglement. That what they had together was an entanglement. She didn't call it a relationship or cheating or anything that, as other people want to call it, but an entanglement.